Hi, Plasma Crab again. Today we're going to talk about ham radios and the end of the world type situation here. Hopefully not the end of the world, just as we know it, because it sucks now. So let's do this. Anyways, uh, first thing I'm going to talk about is actually guns because it's going to be easy to relay the concept, and I think most people understand the guns more than they do a radio. And since you're going to trust all the military of most of the world, you won't have to trust me. But for example, my family, we have all the same brand of 40 cal handgun. And if you don't understand why we do that, ask the military why they all have the same guns and the same ammo, because when you fall down, you need some ammo. There it is. And if your gun breaks and some other dude's gun breaks, you got one gun out of the two busted ones sometimes. So it's the same thing for me with radios. I've looked at a ton of them. They all pretty much lie on the cheap end. If you get the good ones, you're going to get exactly what they say. If you can afford that, right on, do it. Please do it. But if you're like me and you need a $25 or a $30 radio because you need five of them, and even that's hard to do, we're going to talk about that. There's waterproof, there's how many watts, there's how many bands, and all of that I have given it up. They all maybe lie about the waterproof. They all maybe lie about the watts. You can get one that says, hey, I'm 8 watts, and I've watched dozens and dozens of videos. Some of them are 5, some of them are 8, some of them are 6.5. You never know what you're going to get. Give it up. If it's 5, it's 5. It's not going to matter to you anyways. What is important is that you make sure you get two bands, that you need these two. Now there's a dual band radio, and the dual band radios now recently are being manipulated so that they don't work past 450 megahertz. A lot of these new radios you get are going to be only 450 megahertz. Now, all the little walkie-talkies that you see people walking around with, the guys on the mountains and these Motorola, T100s, they're a half watt or they're 2 watt, and they're called FRS, which stands for Family Radio Service. They have frequencies that we're allowed to use with no license, not supposed to have more than 2 watts, not supposed to be able to unscrew the antenna. So these technically aren't allowed to be used, and we're not. We're keeping these for when, there's so much is going to go on. They're not going to give you a ticket for using too many watts on your radio when you're dodging bullets. So this isn't about breaking the law, it's about staying alive. Now you're going to have a whole bunch of people that already have only those 2 watt or half watt FRS radios. If you get one of these radios and it only goes to 450 megahertz, you cannot talk to or listen to those people. And they're all in the like 460 to 470 megahertz range. So get a radio, make sure you see it in the description somewhere so that if you get one that doesn't have those frequencies, you can send it back. Don't trust the picture. Don't trust the numbers in the picture. Make sure it's written in the description, not an answer to a question from a customer. Written in the description from who is selling it to you so you can return it if it's not, because you will not be able to talk to a whole lot of people that have those if you don't. The second thing you have to do is I wouldn't get a dual band at all. The band that's missing from the dual band and the tri band, which is 3 obviously, is the 200 megahertz to 220 something range. Now that's the ham radios. That's these guys that have got thousands of dollars and half of their life into this radio system set up all over the country that talk to each other, and what they call repeaters send your signal that they get from you to the next guy, and it's a network. If you get a radio that's a dual band and you don't get the third band, you're not going to be able to talk to those guys, and those guys are your friend. They've been planning for this for a lot longer than you. So forget the watts, forget the waterproof, forget all of that. Go and get a Baofeng BAOFENG UV5R3. It's a tri-band. It's 5 watts. They don't try to tell you it's 8. It's 5. That's what you get. It's great. They're like $28, $30, depends on where you get it. And they have battery packs that go with them that fit AA batteries for when the other batteries are gone, because when those other ones, mine's more waterproof, or mine says 8 watts, or mine says 10 watts, when their batteries go, they're expensive and you can't just stick those in. At least I haven't found them. So anyways, I'm going to post a lot more. I'll do pictures and I'll do some some more tweets with some information. But you guys really need to get one of these. They're in the process of keeping us from getting above the 450, and you won't be able to talk to those people. And the only ones that'll have that will be the ones with the low wattage, and they're trying to limit us. So you should do it soon. Good luck, everybody.